Coming to stage next, this is a comic that I know you're all here to see. Here we go. Coming to stage next, a very funny young man. We're very happy to have him here. Please put your hands together for Matt Bercovitz.
Oh man, what's up? Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you to the C-Word for having me. Thanks for that fantastic introduction. That was awesome. Kind of wish I could get introduced everywhere I go from now on. I think that'd be a lot of fun. You know, like, oh, this next guy's about to order a $5 footlong. I think it would work well with the ladies too. You know, something like, hey Eliza, this next guy's a nice Jewish boy who's willing to max out his credit cards on you, and he's cool with being just friends. Oh, what's going on? I've been back in Chicago for about a year now. It's where I'm from. Miss LA a little bit. Not just some things. The one thing I don't miss out here is the dating scene, though. I had this realization living in Chicago that dating in LA is a lot like playing in the ball pit at a Chuck E. Cheese. It's a lot of fun for a while, and then you realize you're in this shallow pit of plastic. Surrounded by children who are playing pretend. Where you're probably going to catch a disease. Oh, STDs are the worst, aren't they? You don't want to catch an STD. You catch an STD, you now have a lifelong reminder as to why you don't go drinking on a Wednesday afternoon at a Chili's. Free advice for all of you out there in the audience tonight. If you avoid the ultimate margaritas, you'll avoid the ultimate trip to the free clinic. Chili's. I don't know. If you're not meeting people there, like where do you meet folks? Certainly not on those internet dating websites. Is anyone here on an internet date tonight? No, of course you're not. You know how I know this? Because it's not a coffee shop or a Red Lobster or room 310 at a Motel 6. All right, fine. Well, usually I do a bit next on the similarities between dating on the internet and cocaine use, but not tonight because my mother's here. Guys, give it up for my mom. Give it up for Stephanie. I know she's great. There's a lot of mugs and T-shirts out there that say "World's Greatest Mom," but I really do have the world's greatest mom, and I have proof. She hates it when I tell this story, but you know what? I hated piano lessons, so there we go. When I was a little kid, I was having trouble learning the alphabet. I was a lot like that one friend we all have who sends text messages without vowels and expects you to be able to figure out the 140-character Da Vinci Code. That was how I wrote. So parent-teacher conferences came around, and my first grade teacher said, you know, Mrs. Bercovitz, Matt's struggling with his vowels. Could you please help him out at home? We don't want him to fall behind. I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. So the next day I come home from school, we tried the flashcards. Those didn't work. Following day, we tried the Speak and Say and all the other educational toys, and those didn't work. So the third day, I came home from school. Mom's sitting in the kitchen waiting for me. And what happened next should be in every parenting book from now until the end of time. I sat down and said, okay, Matt, today I'm going to teach you your vowels using swear words. Yes. She says, let's begin. A, S. Did you get it? Yeah, Mom, I got it. Great. I, it makes an I sound, so shit. You get it? Yeah, Mom, I get it. So we go through the rest of the vowels, and I'm lights out. I'm ready to take on the world. We get to the end. She goes, okay, I'm pretty sure you understand. But what I want to do right now is give you a little quiz and make sure you're really grasping the concept. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to put together a sentence with the following. I want an OU couplet, a medium E, a soft A, a hard A, a long singular O, and a soft E. She's like, can you do that for me? I was like, give me, that's a lot for being in first grade, but I'm thinking about it. Gotta be in the honors classes. I was like, all of a sudden my face lights up. I was like, I got it! And she said, what? I said, you're an asshole! And the tears started streaming down her eyes. She gave me a hug. But that's not the best part of the story. The best part of the story happened the following week when we had our reading quiz in class. Every Friday we have our reading quiz. Miss Evans would write a bunch of different words up on the board for us to read out loud in front of the whole class. And I was excited. I had this newfound knowledge base, and I wanted to show off how smart I was. So, Miss Evans says, "Who wants to go first?" My hand shoots up. She goes, "Okay, Matt, I want you to read this word to me." And she points to the word umbrella. Now, just as I go to answer, the kid next to me took out a glue stick and started painting his face with it. And I got a little distracted. It's first grade, it's fine. But like any good athlete or academic, I just went back to my training. I saw the U and I was like, "Fuck! Umbrella!" The whole class starts laughing, and Miss Evans screams, "Matt Bercovitz, go to the principal's office right now!" Of course I go, I'm in tears. Mom comes and picks me up from school at the end of the day. She's like, "Matt, what's going on?" I was like, "I don't know, Mom, I said umbrella." She's like, "Well, let's get to the bottom of this. Let's go see Miss Evans and find out what happened." So we go into the classroom, and my mom says, "Miss Evans, from my understanding, you sent my son to the principal's office today because he said the word umbrella, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on." And Miss Evans says, "Oh no, Mrs. Bercovitz, your son got sent to the principal's office because he said the F word in my class this afternoon, and that is unacceptable behavior. I needed to discipline him, and I would really recommend that you discipline him at home because this is unacceptable." My mom looks at Mrs. Evans, she's like, no, it's totally fine. Here's the deal. Matt wasn't understanding, so I changed the medium up. I just tried to, teach him his vowels using swear words, and he probably just got confused, so I'm sorry. And I'll never forget this. Mrs. Evans looked directly my mom right in the eye, and she said, "Mrs. Bercovitz, in my 20 plus years of being a first grade teacher, I had met a lot of wacky parents. But you were one crazy bitch." Mom, I love you. Eliza, offer stands. C-word, thank you so much for having me.